Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Bodacious Rant with Burn and Rye. A24 just is a non-stop studio at this point. I feel like there's a movie almost every month by them. Is it a bad thing? No, not really. They've had a couple like misses, but even then, this is not one of them. Luckily, we are talking about the latest supernatural thriller family drama, Bring Her Back, starring Sally Hawkins and a few other younger actors I've never heard of before. I assume they're all Australian. I could be wrong. But this is a non-spoiler review, so, we're not going to get super into it or ruin it for you guys. So if you do like the video, feel free to give us that thumbs up just to show your support. Ring the bell for notifications, and, of course, subscribe. We appreciate you all for doing that, and we got a bunch of videos up lately, so feel free to check those out when you're done. But yeah, so this movie is made by the same directors from the movie Talk to Me that came out already 2 years ago, which is like, wow, it feels like a while already. 2 years ago or 3 years ago? I think it was 2023. I don't remember. But yeah, so essentially a brother and sister end up becoming orphans, and they have to go into foster care. And as they enter into this home of their foster mother, things just start getting really weird, and that's the best way I could put it without spoiling too much for you all. This is one of those movies, like, because the directors have Talk to Me was one of those movies, I know it's good, like, on a technical level, it's pretty solid, and it did have some scary moments, but I just personally did not jive with the story of it and stuff. It was more of, I not take it personally, but it just didn't vibe with me. So I was a little worried about this one, and while this is one of the most gruesome and just unsettling things I've seen in a while, it was really good. I think the effects were pretty on point. It definitely had a lot more practical effects behind it, so yeah, when the gruesome stuff kicks in, it looks pretty realistic, which is horrifying. Sally Hawkins, this is easily one of the creepiest roles I've ever seen her in, but I've only seen her in a handful, like Shape of Water and the first two Godzilla movies, the legendary Godzilla movies, not the most recent ones. I would say this movie reminded me a lot of Hereditary and Talk to Me rolled into one thing. So if you guys have seen those movies, you'll get an idea of what I'm talking about. But Bern, what did you think about this movie?
Yeah, I mean, look, I was really looking forward to this one because I really did enjoy Talk to Me from 2022. I looked it up, so yeah.
Thank you for answering that, Bern.
It has been a few years, so yeah. Anything that these two directors were gonna do, I was gonna look forward to because I mean I had been following their career for a little while now, even back to the Rocka Rocka YouTube days, for people who know them from that. So yeah, I was very much looking forward to seeing what they would do next after Talk to Me, and being very much surprised by how well that they did that movie, considering we've had a few YouTubers cross over into the filmmaking aspect of it, and then not really being successful at all. This one seems like one of the outliers where okay, they really nailed it with the first one. What could they do next? And to follow it up with this movie, it's similar, but it's very different. You can tell that they're the directors behind this, especially in the scenes that get really gory or get really like intense. So you can see their staple on it, but it feels different in that it's a much slower movie. It's a slow burn. Like it builds up to these crazy sequences, whereas in Talk to Me they were a little bit more scattered throughout. I would say Talk to Me was a little bit more of like a popcorn action movie. I'm not action movie, a horror movie compared to this one, where this one takes its time to get to those moments, and because of that, I feel like the moments here are really disturbing, and they really like stick with you for a while. I mean, they're the way that they direct like these sequences. Their violence in their movies have this crunch and this visceralness to them that they stick with you, So, getting all those character moments, again, like you mentioned, Sally Hawkins here playing against her other mother role type from the Paddington movies, very different here. The character that is completely unlikable, but you understand where they're coming from. And the two kids, that were, what's their name? Andy and, I can't find the girl, Piper, in this movie. They were great, playing off each other, but I think the standout for me was the other kid that we've seen from the trailers and the posters and everything, Jonah Ren Phillips, who plays Oliver in this movie. such a crazy role for a kid to do. It's on the levels of, maybe the very first Exorcist movies where the role is very physical and it seems very taxing and it's very creepy, but the kid just plays it so well that you like believe all these things are happening, and the scenes that they're in particular are the most gruesome. So just the fact that they were to pull that off, it's amazing. Yeah, I mean, what can I say about this movie? It's one that will just stick with you for a while if you go see it. Again, it's a very different horror movie than Talk to Me, but it was far more effective to me personally.
Oh yeah, I think this one, just imagery wise and I guess just the gore and the horror of it all, it definitely stuck with me more than Talk to Me. Like Talk to Me is disturbing as well, don't get me wrong. But this one just had that I think a little bit more. I think it was the practical effects that really just caught my eye and just really like cringing in the theater. And I wasn't the only one that's like, oh no, or like wrenching into the theater, because everybody was doing it around me. So it was kind of like you're getting that, we're all feeding off of those vibes. Um, and I gotta say, these directors really know, so far for the two movies they've done, they really know how to get the most out of their actors. Like, I think the last in Talk to Me, the girl's name was Sophie Wilde. I could be wrong on that one, but for all those younger actors they got in Talk to Me and stuff, they really brought out some strong performances, particularly with the lead. And this one, yeah, with Sally Hawkins and the kids, they all deliver really great performances. Like I can't really pick a standout. Obviously, yeah, the one who played Oliver was great. Sally Hawkins, man, she's just so creepy and just monstrous. Like this is also the definition of gaslighting in any movie. I think like the most plain example of it. So there was some creepy moments with that too. I was just like, ew, like what? Why is this happening? Who does these things? But oh man. With all that being said, will I ever see this movie again? Probably not, because it is that creepy. I don't know if I want to rewatch this. Maybe if I've like grown more numb to it, possibly. But it's a pretty heavy movie. Very well done though. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5 because it got the job done. It's creepy. It's beautiful in some ways, particularly the imagery. It's practical, fantastic acting. If you're a horror fan or A24, or if you like Talk to Me, you're definitely going to want to see this one, whether it be on a $5 Tuesday or on the big screen. I don't think it was playing in IMAX or Dolby or anything, or if it was, then good for you guys. You should probably check it out in that one just to really get the effects of it all. But yeah, I would definitely recommend it for more of like those fans. For everybody else, if you're not really into horror or maybe elevated horror, this is not going to, I don't know if this will catch you really.
Yeah, this one is not a fun watch, and like you, I don't think it's one that I can go back and revisit. Like we did a few weeks ago with
Come
Talk
on,
to
Bern.
Me.
You don't see yourself putting on doing some laundry, folding some clothes while you're listening to some of the things that happened in this movie? Come on.
Oh my god! Speaking of the things you can hear, the sound design in
Ugh.
this movie is intense. I mean, the visuals are intense, the audio is intense, and it all just serves to again make this creepy, oppressive environment in this movie. Just the tone of it all, like you said, it's just it's a dark movie. There's a lot of subject matter here. Like you mentioned, there's like a lot of abuse. There's a lot of emotional, physical things, and it happens to kids too, which again makes it really hard to watch. But just the way that they're able to handle everything and the commentary that they're making on like grief and stuff, it all works together so well. But it's not a fun watch by any means. So it is going to be a hard one to recommend on that front. But like you said, if you're a fan of A24 movies, in particular their brand of horror movies, this one is one you definitely got to go see, even though you might leave the movie just feeling worse than when you went going in. So, yeah, it's incredibly effective. Like you mentioned, all the practical, all the technical aspects of it are great. It's an easy 4 out of 5 for me. Probably my favorite horror movie of the year so far.
That's high praise, Bernie. Really, yeah. This is not an uplifting movie whatsoever. I don't want to watch this to feel anything. Like I saw it once. I'm good for now. So 4 out of 5 from both me and Bern. Feel free, for those of you who did happen to catch it this last weekend, let us know what you thought of it. If you plan on even feel free to let us know what your favorite A24 horror movie is, just to keep the conversation going. Until next time, everyone, we're now into the summer season, so we're definitely going to get a lot more movies, and we'll keep an eye out for our, mid-year review. We'll give you guys our top 5 so far. But until next time, stay bodacious and keep on ranting for us.
Absolutely, everybody. Be good, be safe, and as always, we'll catch y'all on the next one.